everybody, Tokusa here, and welcome back to another My Hero Ultra Impact video. So as you can see, the data download is in, and we got the boy who I just said in the video previously, out and upcoming, I guess I should say, and that is, as you can see, DST All Might. Now he's not the Club Fest character, for those that are wondering. They're not just going to skip a Club Festival character. This is going to be the unit most likely. You know what? I'll just check before hopping in. He's most likely going to be coming right after Shoji, which he is. Comes out February 1st, which is exactly when this banner goes away. So there is still going to be a Club Fest character coming out probably within the next few weeks. So my predictions of maybe an All Might Club Fest coming out is slim to none now. But getting a new All Might, I will gladly take. Look at this UR memory. This is the most adorable Deku memory in the world. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Anyways, we're going to hop into the character. First, we're going to look at the arts, and I believe oh yeah, I know the Plus Ultra animation's out. I already have the tab open. So we're going to check that in a second, but let's start with the arts. So the Unawakened art, I already saw the Awakened art with my peripherals, and that was beautiful, but the Unawakened art, love it. Oh, the color schematics they got going on here, obviously representing, like, all the users and everything. It's beautiful. I am a huge fan of this. Alright, let's go to the Awakened art, though. Ooh, you see, this is beautiful. He's obviously grabbing it. You got the powers and the colors just all amplifying up there. Obviously, getting ready for that one punch. And my boy's already smiling, knowing that this is it. It's game over when this lands. You know what? This actually, and I'm always saying this about art. They're always peak, but Tokiyami is my favorite character, and I honestly think the only art better in that game is Lady Nagant. And now I think there is another one, which is All Might. This might actually be my favorite art in the whole game. That is peak. That is so damn good. I love that. This All Might art is beautiful. All right, and the Plus Ultra animation. Once again, shout out to Hydros for literally all of this. Could not have any of this without him. So, anyways, Plus Ultra. Okay, I didn't want to talk the first time through. I like it. I love that my boy backhands the crap out of him. And this right here, this is by far like the best. Oh, I mean, that shot's pretty sick. But like the charging up, right? It's like, it's beautiful. Anytime I can like reminisce and think about the show again, and just think about the first time that was used, I love it. I love it. I'm a big fan. I said it doesn't look like United States of Smash, which is strange, and it seems like it's in the right area for it, but hey, I'll take it. Hey, I could use a McDonald's right now. But hey, that's okay. I mean, yeah, they call it Sanford Smash. I'm surprised it's not United States of Smash, but unless it is, and they're just changing the name. But yeah, okay, I like the Plus Ultra. I like it. I could have asked for anything if I could have asked for anything. I wish the fist was up at the end of it, posing like the GOAT he is, or at least in the winning screen if you were to win a PvP match or whatever it is, PvE. Like, I wish then he had the celebrations pose with his hand in the air. But I'm not gonna complain. I will take what I can get. So still a pretty sweet Plus Ultra animation. Oh my goodness, this is a bloody Bible. Alright. Plus Ultra, Sanford Smash. Yeah, Sanford, not United States. Deals 800% damage to a single opponent. Is that the highest we've had? I know we've had 750. I can't recall the last time we had 800, or if we ever had 800. I'm not going to go through everybody's kit, but I'm assuming 800 is the highest. Inflict some of the damage dealt to character. Oh. Yeah, not a fan of that one. Not a fan of that one. You're hurting yourself, because this is not to opponent, like it does say here in the second action skill. That is damage to character. Hurting yourself on a Plus Ultra is, I mean, the next line kind of helps him keep it, balance it out, but still. Gives character the ability to make a last stand 2 times, which is really nice. Which kind of does, counteract that, but if you're fighting somebody that can remove buff, I mean, you're just hurting yourself, and then you're putting yourself in danger. I'm still not a really big fan of it. I kind of get it in terms of, the scenario going on, but, still, I don't know. Anyways, gives character the ability to make last stand 2 times, which is obviously really nice. Increases the skill impact. Interesting. 35 by 35% when character has persistence. Oh, he has persistence. Okay. For those that are wondering, that's basically the Deku thing. Like Fantasy Deku, he had it first, right? Where, yeah. Allows character to keep fighting 1 HP with 1 HP after getting knocked out. Character gets knocked out at the end of the effect. When attacking, character adds X amount of percentage lost to attack damage. So this is kind of like that fantasy Deku, right? He has a bazillion lives, so essentially this All Might has it too, which makes sense, right? Because he's on his last stand, he's fighting with everything he's got. So that kind of like solidifies him staying alive a lot longer now. So I'm getting more behind it. I'm still not a fan though. I'm still not a fan of just self-inflicting damage, but it is what it is. Reduces damage to character by 35% for 3 turns if character does not have persistence. Oh, okay. So you can, well, if you don't have persistence, there's a better chance of living, but still you're hurting yourself. So I mean, giving your damage reduction is great and all, but if you're already inflicting pain on yourself, I mean, 35% damage reduction would have, you know, you're probably going to lose it in the damage you hurt yourself. I don't know. Still not a big fan of it. Also causes character, and he's bleeding. Wait a second. There's too much self-infliction going on here. So he's hurting himself. Also, he's bleeding out for 8 turns. I mean, of course, the last stand and persistence is nice. I mean, if there was a cap above 99999, he'd probably hit 400,000 with this plus ultra. But I'm still not liking the hurting yourself and bleeding now for 8 turns, man. That's bizarre. I mean, he has last stand and persistence. He can have persistence, but I don't know. I'm not liking that. That's too much. The self-inflicting of damage I could ignore, but also bleeding now, I don't know. Anyways, we'll have to see it in game to really judge it, but on paper, not a massive fan of that plus ultra, even though the damage is crazy, and the last stand of persistence is good, but still. Anyway, second action skill, Oklahoma Smash. AoE 275% to all opponents with a low chance of blocking the opponent's buffs for 2 turns. AoE chance to block all buffs, so red Bakugo. And low chance, if you're critting, that goes up to like 40-50, so not actually too bad at all. Good chance to block all opponents' buffs. Decreases opponents' critical resistance by 25%. Okay. I was gonna say, there's a lot of characters out there. I was actually mentioning this in my DPS Shoji video. A crit resistance is everywhere, right? So it's a lot harder to crit. But if he's counteracting it now with, you know, decreasing that resistance, I mean, better chance to land crit, okay? I can get behind it. Boy, better have some crazy crit in here, though. And cancels all the opponent's temporary max HP. Momo counter, huh? Is that what we're going for, huh? Or Shoji has it now, and Xmas Jiro and Re-Destro just came back, so he's got max HP up. That countering the anti-max HP meta is upon us, huh? Okay, so we have crit resistance down, so Nejire, and once again Re-Destro, and cancels all opponents' temporary max HP increasing effects. Yeah, so you cast this AoE, and yeah, I guess you just kind of get rid of that. So that's very interesting, Definitely a bigger fan of this than the plus ultra. Once again, I'm probably just being harsh on the plus ultra. It might be better than I think, but good AoE. Good chance to block everybody's buffs, lowers crit res, and yeah, temp 8 max HP down. So pretty cool. All right, second action skill, Michigan Smash. 5 turn cooldown instead of 4. Okay, interesting. 400% damage to a single opponent, so that's going to hit like a meteorite. Gives character ability to make last stand for 2 times. So once again, good ways to increase survivability, which would be nice because the bleed is obviously going to be ticking here for 8 turns. When used second or later in a successfully executed skill chain, nice technical hit there. Shortens character's cooldown time by 1. Okay, never mind. There we go. Cooldown time completely ignored. Does attack second or third with him. And increases the character's plus ultra gauge by 40%. Oh, very nice. Okay. Once again, I have to see this plus ultra in action. But for V, towers is really very good, right? You can plus ultra turn 1 essentially, a lot easier now. But in terms of PvE or PvP, we'll see. I will not judge this plus ultra anymore. I will just have to see it in action. But okay, I like it. Nothing too fancy here. Just cooldown times and plus ultra gauge is nice, and you know, gives yourself last stand. So pretty good. All right, auto skill, Saved by Your Smile. Love the name already. Reduces bleeding damage to character by 50%. Okay, you're kind of negating some of the bleeding, I guess, right? Kind of like how Dobby with his burn. So maybe you won't really see the effect of that too much. If character does not have persistence. Okay, only if you don't have persistence. So it kind of goes with the damage reduction. Increases character speed by 30% when HP is 80% or higher. Okay, so you're going to be essentially above that until the plus ultra. I have no idea how much damage will be dealt to yourself, but I'm assuming there's a certain percentage behind it. But for the first 2 turns, you're going to have extra 30% speed, which is really nice, especially when All Might has 972 or 942 speed already. So, yeah, pretty easy to get that, I would think. Every 1 turn, decreases characters power by 5% up to 6 times, and defense by 5% up. So after 6 turns, he's going to be 30% weaker and 30% less tankier. What? I'm confused by this character's kit. Yeah, I was going to read the rest. Increases character's power by 10% after character initiates crit. Okay, so he's decreasing after every turn, but he's also increasing power. Why y'all gotta make it so complicated? Just increase power by 5%. Let's not play this BS here. I just don't understand. Increases character's power by 10% after character initiates crit attacks 2 times, up to 10 times. So that can affect 5 times, so you can get up to 50% power every time he lands 2 crits. So, yeah, I guess, yeah, after full build-up of both things, you're losing 30% power, and then, but you can have up to 50% power, so... yeah, interesting way to word it or create this character's kit, but I guess I can get behind it. But essentially, this character really does want to crit, as I am starting to notice. After receiving 2 attacks from an opponent with higher defense, okay, so he's decreasing his own defense, so this should not be very hard, right? To fight opponents with higher defense. Restores 35% of damage character receives for 2 turns, up to 5 times. Oh, okay, that's a lot of damage restoration you're getting there, at least, right? Healing 35%, we're seeing that on recent characters, actually, so you get a good idea of what that does. If you've seen my Shoji, Jiro, and Momo video, they are constantly just healing back up to full after every turn, essentially, so... I mean, that's pretty good for survivability. And having higher defense, like I said, won't be that hard because he's lowering his own defense. And increases character's defense by 10%. It's just so weird, man. Like, you're decreasing and then increasing both of those stats. And essentially... by the end of it, if you survive a bunch of turns, you're just got 20% more power and defense. Interesting. I guess you could have different times where, you know, obviously you could have your full build-up of power and defense before you have the full decrease of power and defense. Okay. Still, a lot of unnecessary stuff going on there, I think, but maybe it plays a bigger part than I'm thinking in the actual game than on paper. But, very weird kit. Anyway, second auto skill, Ultimate Muscle Head. Yeah, that's All Might for you. When HP is below 30%, gives character Piercing Shot and the ability to make Last Stand 2 times up to 1 time. So that's really where the Last Stand comes in nicely. He does give himself Piercing Shot, which is going to be really good for characters that obviously have like a crazy aggression or defense abilities, like, you know, Fantasy Kirishima. When character has Persistence, gives character the ability to cover allies. Okay, that's really nice. So everything's going to be targeted towards him when he does have Persistence. So that's really, really good. Blocks character's recovery. Increases character's crit rate by 50%. And increases character's plus ultra gauge by 100%. When character has Persistence. Damn, okay, so they want you to go all in on this character, and you are essentially just going to get one bombed by plus ultra. If that plus ultra removed buffs and just got rid of Last Stand and everything, that would be crazy. After 8 turns have passed while character is bleeding, gives character Persistence for 3 turns. That's how you get Persistence, huh? After 8 turns passed, basically. While character is bleeding. Gives characters Persistence for 3 turns up to 1 time. This buff cannot be cancelled or blocked. I mean, you gotta make it to turn 9. So I don't know how I feel about this All Might. He has potential to be an absolute juggernaut, but I mean, what I'm seeing here is this is just, you want to be tanky as hell. You just want to like make sure he makes it to this threshold. So like Momo and the New Year's Ochako, Momo and I was gonna say Momo everywhere, but he kind of removes temporary max HP, so Deku may come back in hand here. Shoji could be good, maybe. I don't know. He's a very interesting character. He's very unique. I can give him that. He's very unique. And I definitely was on this page longer than I thought, but very interesting kit. I still don't know how I feel about him. They're kind of going all in on this Pulse Ultra, but this Pulse Ultra kind of counteracts, kind of hurts you. So, we'll see. We'll just see. We'll see. Right now, my initial thoughts are just up in the air. I don't really know how I feel about the character. Now, this is nice. This crit resistance down cancels max HP, so that's really, really cool. I'm a big fan of that. Did I miss anything else here? I think that's about it, right? So, yeah. All in all, that's what I think about All Might. If I missed anything, I'll probably pin something down in the comments below. But yeah, that's All Might's kit. Damn, I was in that for a long time. I apologize. This is very interesting. All right, memory, little hero. This is top 5 memory. I say that memories are just always peak, but this is adorable to another level. I know somebody in the Discord that'll love this for sure. Little hero increases max HP by 40% if there are any heroes on the team. After 2 turns pass while character's power is decreased. Alright, this is just built for All Might. Increases character's power by 20% for 3. It's so weird to me. I guess there's other characters that can use it, but like, when your powers decrease, increase it. Increases character's power by 20% for 3 turns and crit rate by 20% for 3 turns. Okay, yeah, this boy's gonna be critting, no problem. Also increases character's skills sealed resistance. Are we countering Aizawa here, huh? Very interesting. This is definitely new. We've seen this recently too with the Shoji just it's not on a memory, but Shoji resistance to more of bind now, so and stun and whatnot, but interesting. So we're countering Aizawa too. Once again, the art is peak. What changes here? Is it just percentages? It's still 3 turns and whatnot. Yeah, just percentages. So 40, 20, 20 to 30, 15, 15 if you just get 1 copy. Stats on it. Speed is low. HP is very high. I like the memory a lot. It's very fitting for him. No speed on it, though. But this resistance to the skill sealed. You know what? Aizawa is quite annoying, so that's pretty solid. But yeah, very fitting for All Might. The SR memory. Oh, Lady Nagan! Oh, my queen. How you doing? How you doing? But this is when they're escaping. Proposed contract. Increases character's skill impact by 50% when equipped by a DST type character. Oh, damn, okay, that's a lot. Also increases bind resistance of all allies if there are any villains on the team. Ooh, this is sounding like a Lady Nagant memory. I throw her on the team. Or maybe not even on the team, but does this work if I just throw somebody on the bench with this memory? Will this affect my main lineup too? Or do they have to be on the field? Someone let me know down below. I actually don't know the answer to that. Like, if I have this on, I don't know, somebody on the 5th slot, are my first 3, like, starters not gonna have bind resistance? Because if so, that's actually pretty OP. I could just slap that on somebody on the bench and just rely on my main 3. Interesting memory, actually, for an SR. That actually has, this part right here is very interesting to me. I'm assuming your character has to be in play, or the one wearing this memory does, but I could be wrong. And then the event memory would be this Night Eye one. Unbeatable. Oh, okay. Ooh, I like this art too. I can never go wrong with art. Increases character's power by 50% and makes them agile for 3 turns up to one time. Oh, a Night Eye memory, it seems like, huh? Very interesting. After characters attacks an opponent 2 times while having increased power, decreases character's power by 7% up to 4 times. This could be used in VE Tower, that's for sure. Yeah, okay. Very interesting. Lots of increasing and then decreasing. It's just so much. It's too much for my brain. I don't have enough brain cells up there to like, figure this all out. But I'm okay with it. Pretty solid event memory. In terms of just drop rate campaigns, we got ×5 rates coming back, which is really nice. A nice USJ coming up too. VE Tower drop rates is coming back too, and lots of ×5 for stories. So if you're wondering what's a good time to farm resources, farm your characters up, you got a good solid month coming up of all that. So that's pretty nice. Big fan of ZR memory art. But yeah, All Might, that's him essentially. I'll have to see him in action. Hopefully I'm able to pull him. But he does seem very interesting. 10 tickets coming for his 2nd anniversary recruit tickets, so that's nice. Clearly we have another banner for that coming up. Let's go to the summoning page. We already know about this. We have All Might and the memories, of course. 0.7 rates. What else do we have upcoming? Oh, okay, so Club Festival for Sort UR recruit ticket. What do we have here? So green and yellow are the main colors. I could definitely see this being a Bakugo domination one again, but we will have to see. What are the newest characters here? Up to Edgeshot, it seems like, so pretty solid. Of course, Compress in here. Toga could be very good as well. Shoji's actually on here. Shoji is definitely the newest character. My bad. I missed my boy there completely. Not bad. If that's something you have to purchase, I would probably skip. Let's start with the hero UR tickets. Literally just every hero. It is a lot of them. Is that every hero? That's not every hero, but a lot of them. Or is this every hero? It might be. Shoji's on here again. So, maybe it is. Maybe it is. But yeah, pretty big general pool. I mean, I don't really recommend it unless it comes with other perks, but I don't know. I could see some value in it, of course, but I would personally probably skip. And the UR villain ticket. Now, this is a smaller pool. But you have to keep in mind, there aren't many of here that are very usable these days. Of course, Compress is still very good. I personally like using Lane Nagant. Very good VE tower. This yellow Dobby still cooks. He's insane. This Toga's an insane VE tower character and can still be used for PvP. This Shigaraki's kind of solid all around. So, I mean, like, there's a lot of good uses. I would still think Compress is really the only one that's, like, meta in PvP still. So, up to you if you want to do that. Obviously, it's a lot smaller pool, so if you're chasing one of the characters, 1 in 8 chance is definitely a lot better than 1 in, 30? So, that's something to take into consideration. And then, we'll cover this in a second. Global 2nd Anniversary Recruit Ticket. So, we have the new UR memory, which is, of course, reminiscent of when All Might and All for One do bash it out. So, that's pretty cool. And, of course, every unit's on here, probably up to literally just everybody, huh? Edgeshot's on here, Shoji's on here. Yeah, pretty much every general pool banner unit. All right, let's look over this memory. Global version 2nd Anniversary unit. This memory is something I really hope the tickets give me. I did not get the last one, so I would really like this one. Increases character speed by 35% and increases character's fear resistance. That's a very small amount of players that have that, but I'll take it. Increases character's crit rate by 30% when equipped by an STR, ABL, or int type. You couldn't even give it to my boy that was DST. Increases character's defense by 30% without an MND and DST type. Oh, okay, wait a second. I smell Seiji all over the place here. I'm getting speed and defense. Oh, that's going to let me go first. Oh, this is a compressed memory. This is actually a very good memory. Oh, no, it's not compressed. It's not MND or DST. It's Re-Destro, Shoji. Oh, no, Shoji. He wants HP. I just think Seiji right off the bat, man. This is tempting to me. This is actually the most appealing thing in the world. I love my boy Seiji. And I was talking about it, which is amongst others earlier, not in a video, but like if Seiji had speed and defense on a memory. Oh, this is very interesting to me. This is something I might actually throw a few summons in if I don't get lucky enough. If I get it, I'm just gonna throw dupes into it. But I love this. You can do speed and crit rate or speed and defense. The speed and defense is definitely more intriguing to me. But yeah, there's the global version 2nd Annie unit. I might be hyping that up more than it is, but listen, I don't care. I love it. I love that. That's good. And the art's top tier. This is one of the best moments, if not the best moment in the whole show. Okay, that might be a stretch, but one of the best moments in the whole show. And then summons over here. So this is something I actually want to talk about in-game, because I read this in-game because everything is loaded and you can play right now. But all three of the first 3 celeb units are back. First things first, no new UR memory. Rip to that. Rip to everybody getting full power young ones for the 300th time. But it is what it is. Still a very solid memory for V-Tower if you haven't gotten it. But all 3 of these on at once. All 3 of them are honestly phenomenal. I think Ochako and Momo, of course, top tier meta. I think this Deku is personally underrated. I actually think he's phenomenal. He definitely, I think, is just below these 2, but I literally still use him all the time. He's great. He's amazing for showcases. Good for survivability. I love him. And it's Deku, right? So anytime I can get my hands on another Midori, I would be very happy with. So maybe I would throw a few summons in here. When's this come out? The 1st. Or the 26th, actually. This comes out tomorrow night. But something I actually wanted to go over about this very briefly as I switch over to my in-game here. This is finally... Now, don't get your hopes up. This probably is not a permanent thing. Actually, I can almost guarantee you it's not a permanent thing. But if you go into this banner, and it's just this banner that it is personally pointing towards, 1.5 rates. But when I go right down here, sorry, look at this right here where I'm gonna spam you can't even see me spamming. But you see that middle part there? Basically, what this is saying, long story short, is for, I'm assuming just this banner, this current recruit. If this is permanent going forward, I would be the most happiest person in the world, but I don't think that. But for this one specifically, for sure, pity is 200 instead of 300. Who would have thought they could have done it? Either they're listening or the game's about to go, you know, RIP. It's one or the other. But current recruit is actually 200 for this instead of 300. You know how nice that is, right? Like, that's 5,000 gems you can save. If you really wanted one of these characters, right? Like, Momo is absolutely absurd to this day. Now, I'm not sure if she's going to be the same with All Might out there. I can't see All Might making that big of an impact. But I could be completely wrong. Like I said, his kit is... I'm lost. Y'all let me know what you think about All Might. But this is huge. We actually have pity of 200. 200 pity. That's crazy. I wish this was for every banner. You know, I'll cross my fingers that it is, but I'm not going to get my hopes up for it. But imagine. Just imagine if it was. I just wanted to go over that. That's actually massive news. So if you are chasing one of them and you are okay with spending a little bit, and have the resources to go to pity, hey, it's a good time. It's a good time to do it. So I definitely I wanted to cover that for sure. But 1%. So actually, it's a little bit better rates essentially, right? Oh no, not really. It's the same. It's the same as 1.5. But not bad for 3 characters overall, right? 3 of them. Hopefully you can get the ones you want. And yeah, so that's something I definitely wanted to cover. That's crazy. And yeah, that's about everything for the summoning. In terms of events, I'm not too sure if everything would be up here. Let's see what upcoming is. Of course, the new All Might one, where, of course, this will do wonders, everything, especially the new Anniversary Memory is a part of it. And this is your typical, you get your silver tickets up to 12. You already know the deal with that. Probably nothing here. I think we would have seen it in upcoming. So no climax battle information. Probably nothing on the maze case file, I would assume, either. So that's looking like that's about everything. I'm assuming there's going to be missions for tickets and whatnot, right? Upcoming. Yep, lots of this. So just follow that. Pretty straightforward. Recruiting, playing a bunch, level up your characters. So all in all, I believe that's everything. At least that's all I'm going to cover. If there's more, I'm sure I will, you know, speak upon it on another video. But yeah, there is All Might for you and everything that comes with it. Of course, Clubfest is around the corner as well, where yellow and green will be huge. We got 200 pity. We got lots here. There was actually quite a bit, but let me know what you think of this All Might. Do you think he is very good? Do you think he is, you know, mid? Do you think he is bad? Like, I think he's got potential for sure. He's got the damage and he's got lost persistence in life, or ways to like survive, but he also hurts himself and he debuffs himself so he can buff himself. I don't know. Very interesting unit. So let me know what y'all think of him. I mean, it's the boy All Might, so I'm summoning. And I'm probably going to go till I get him once. Maybe. maybe. We'll see. But let me know what your thoughts and opinions are of everything. I'm happy we just get an All Might. Boy has been out of it for a minute. And yeah, let me know if everything you think. Pity, I think, is huge for 200 for that one banner release. So that's pretty sweet. And hopefully that's a concurring thing going forward. But anyways, thank y'all for watching. And until the next one, Tokus out.